it's been a very good quarter for FMCG companies. We're only talking about the staple companies over here. The staples have made a comeback this time around, and how in terms of revenue expansion, volume growth as well as margin expansion for most of the listed FMCG staple companies. Quarter 2, yes, was the marking of a recovery. Quarter 3 has been even better. The GST cuts have panned out really well for the FMCG sector. Now that impact is behind them and the GST transition is completely done. Let's take a closer look at a company-wise performance for HUL, the market leader. Mixed moves coming in, revenue growth of about 6%. Volume growth this time was exceptionally strong, a beat versus street estimates of 4%. On the flip side, the margins did see some contraction at 23%, which is still on the upper end of their guided range. For Nestle, it was a beat all round, very healthy quarter this time around for them. Yet again, 18.5% uptick on the revenue. Volume growth is estimated to be in double digits, so very strong growth over here. But they also saw some margin contraction this time around. For Britannia also, yet again a good quarter, revenue growth of 8.2%. The company doesn't give its volume growth, but we're estimating this metric to be really strong. And here the margin expansion has also taken place rather beautifully at 19.7% compared to 18.4%. So it's a margin bips expansion of more than 130 bips on a year-on-year basis, looking very healthy. Following that trend is also Tata Consumer, largely inline set of numbers, 15% revenue growth, 15% volume growth, very, very healthy numbers here too as well. And the expansion in terms of their margins has been to the tune of 140%, so very healthy moves here too. Godrej Consumer, beat versus estimates, good revenue and volume growth, margins expansions yet again to the tune of 140%. ITC, inline set of numbers coming in, about 6% revenue growth, and the 7% volume growth that we've seen in cigarettes this time around is also looking very healthy, margin expansion to the tune of 50 bips here as well. For Dabur and Marico, both reported inline set of numbers, 3% volume growth for Dabur, but 8% volume growth for Marico, looking good. Dabur saw margin expansion, Marico saw margin contraction. So that's in a nutshell the roundup of some of the FMCG staple companies. Just taking us through some of the important highlights and the commentary in terms of guidance. HUL, they expect FY27 to be better than FY26, and the consolidated EBITDA margin will be in the guided range of 20% to 23%. For Nestle, this was their strongest volume growth in nearly 5 years, and all 4 product groups have done really well and delivered volume-led growth. For Britannia, they expect volume growth to be asymmetrical. They're not ruling out any inorganic opportunities. And mainly what they said and what stood out is that they're going to be adopting a startup mentality to combat competition. For Tata Consumer, the growth business grew at 30%. PAT growth should be higher than revenue growth going ahead is what they've said. And margin growth in quarter 4 should be between 14.5% to 15%. Coming very quickly to Godrej Consumer, they remain confident of achieving high single-digit consolidated revenue for FY26. Dabur, they say that quarter 3 was strong. Quarter 4 is expected to be even stronger. They also expect high single-digit growth in quarter 4 and FY27. And lastly, when you talk about Marico, they say margins will improve next year. They aim to grow their foods business at 25% CAGR. They're also aiming to expand their digital-first portfolio. So outlook looks very good, and the numbers this time around have also been very healthy in terms of revenue expansion, volume growth, and of course for some of these majors, margin expansion as well.